Am I the a-hole for going off at my mother-in-law for trying to move in and insulting my hubby in the process? I, 24F, just had my first baby with my husband, 27M, and in Nigeria, we have this tradition called omugwo, where either of our moms comes to help out after childbirth. I wanted my mom to come because we have a better dynamic, but my mother-in-law is way more traditional, and we just don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, especially household stuff. Lately, I've been really struggling postpartum. I don't like being touched. I'm super sensitive to light and sound, and everyone has respected that except my mother-in-law. We've always had a decent relationship, just not when it comes to how things should be done around the house. A few days ago, she called to ask when she should come, and I politely told her I had already asked my mom. She lost it, saying that's not how things are done, that she needed to bond with the baby, that I was being disrespectful, lazy, and keeping her from her grandchild. I corrected her and told her she would see the baby, just not living with us. She immediately called my husband, but thankfully, he backed me up, saying it was my choice since I was the one who gave birth. Fast forward to the day my mom was supposed to arrive. She was already being so supportive, even telling me I should just let mother-in-law come for peace sake and they could be here together. But I stood my ground to many people in the house. Not even a minute after my mom arrived, mother-in-law showed up with father-in-law and her bags, ready to move in. I told her no, she wasn't staying here. She completely lost it, yelling that I was a bad daughter-in-law, an even worse mother, and that I wasn't giving my child what he deserved. At that point, I snapped. I told her I didn't want her here because all she'd do was criticize everything I was doing wrong while giving her son a pass for being lazy, just like she did with her husband and her other son. I told her she wasn't going to come into my home and make me feel like a maid, and that I deserved to be surrounded by people who actually love me, not people who pick and choose when to care. I also said she wasn't going to use my child as a second chance at parenting because she failed the first time. The second the words left my mouth, I regretted them. My husband, who had been so supportive, just looked so hurt and walked away. Mother-in-law looked like she swallowed a whole duck, and father-in-law, while understanding that I didn't want her there, said I didn't have to be so harsh. Now, my sister-in-law and in-laws are blowing up my phone, and honestly, I don't even know what to do next. So am I the a-hole for not wanting my mother-in-law there?
Here are the top comments, plus Opie's reply.
Not the a-hole. You just had a baby, your hormones are all over the place. And most importantly, you already told her no in appropriate ways. Mother-in-law learned the hard way that when she repeatedly does not respect your no, there will be consequences and you will not be bulldozed by her.
You didn't say if you had a son or a daughter, but that could be another factor to your mother-in-law being persistent about seeing your child. Also, is your child the first grandchild? That could be a factor too, not the a-hole.
OP replied,
I just had a baby girl, maybe that's why, and no, not the first grandchild. My sister-in-law has 2 kids, twin boys, and my brother-in-law has a boy to first granddaughter though.